The Honoring Saratoga Veterans online exhibit is a joint project of Saratoga Springs Public Library and the New York State Military Museum and Veteran Research Center. The exhibit makes selections of video recorded interviews from the museum's New York State Veteran Oral History Project available online from the library's website. Saratoga Springs is a town that's so keen on its history that it's one of three words in a common city motto: health, history, and horses. So, when to coincide with its new program, America, the Story of Us, the History Channel, the Institute of Museum and Library Services, and the President's Committee on the Arts and the Humanities issued a challenge to libraries to create local exhibits that start conversations about the American past, we were sure we could rise to the occasion. Our only difficulty was settling on a subject. The exhibit is inspired in part by a recent community-wide discussion of the novel The Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society, which tells the story of a town coming together during World War II. The discussion, organized by Saratoga Reads, a community-wide partnership led by Skidmore College, featured a program sponsored by the Friends of the Saratoga Springs Public Library that brought together local historians and veterans for a panel discussion called Saratoga Goes to War. That presentation was complemented by artifacts from the Military Museum, and thus a partnership was born.
Why do you think this is an important project, the oral history project?
Well, and one fact about it is that it captures the personal oral history of a veteran. A lot of times the veteran don't want to talk about his experiences to his family and even his friends sometimes. But this gives an older veteran, a World War II veteran, a chance to tell about his experiences that he wouldn't discuss with anybody else. And what it does, it creates a perpetual historical record of a particular area, a particular war in America's history. So I think that it's a very beneficial thing in that it creates an historical record, and it gives people a reference point to come in and look at personal experiences of veterans during their wartime.
And the adjutant noticed that, and when my supervisor returned, he said, "This is, remarkable work that she's done," and so I was awarded an AM for that. And the adjutant gave me a coin, and to this day, it's still in the same card that he taped it inside a card and wrote a note. And to this day, that's where it's stayed. And so it's those things when you are recognized and you're not looking for it, but that someone takes the time to say, "Thank you, you did a good job."
I think it's great that you folks interface with the museum, because the museum is where it really started. Governor Pataki started it in the year of 2000 on Veterans Day. He started it right there in the museum with Clarence Dart. He was the first person interviewed. He was one of the Tuskegee Airmen. But I think it's a great affiliation, and it's a great coordination. I mean, people, relate to the library and of course to the Military Museum, and we got them right all in Saratoga, so basically it's working out very well.
If we accomplished what we were put there to do, that things were going to be better for people back home.
I really appreciate this. This is something that is really innovative in that we're capturing an oral history while the fellows are still with us and women, and it gives us a record, and it gives school children, the young people, a chance to go back and almost talk personally to a person about what their record is and what they experienced and what they went through.
We were the best trained troops in the world, bar none. Now, it wasn't at our behest, it was the people that they had training us. And you got in shape, and you obeyed the rules, and so on. And it turned out to be I was assigned to the 101st Airborne Screaming Eagle Division.
So far, they've done close to about 1,840 oral interviews on file, and it began in the year 2000. So you see, we're making pretty good progress. And now that we got I'm a trustee at the Military History Institute, but now that we've got the library involved, we're very fortunate.
I remember one day we're going down the road and I hear bam, 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 and I reach for the receiver to call on the radio. I start calling and nothing's happening. I start calling again, nothing's happening. I look down and a bullet had penetrated. I was actually sitting on the radio in the back of the Jeep. A bullet had actually penetrated the face of the radio and blown the face of the radio off. And I was sitting on the radio. So that's how close they come to you sometimes.
The thing is, like I say, World War II veterans, where all the history's at right now.
Yes, right.
We're the next seniors in line, the Korean veterans,
Mhm.
but they're dying at 1,000 a day across America. And those stories, pick up on the obituaries in the Times-Union, there's about 4 or 5 World War II veterans passing away every day.
Yeah.
So the thing is, we're losing a lot of history, and it shouldn't be lost. I would repeat it. It was a great experience, and I think that every young guy should go through it. I think it's great that everybody teamed up like that. Now you got a real good program going.
Everything you did was worth keeping everything that you have. And it's you realize it and you're like, wow, this is great. A couple months go by and my son, he turns 18 and you celebrate his birthday and it's a great thing. And even before that, he graduates from high school and you're thinking, wow, I'm a success. I've something happened tomorrow, I'm a success. And it's just in keeping everything the way it is.